Watkins Glen. We are back in the Legends cars at Watkins Glen, and I gotta hurry up and get a Q lap in if I want a Q lap at all, because we've only got 5 minutes. So yeah, we're back at this cursed combo that I wasn't planning on running ever again. But I was gonna run Be Fixed 30 minutes ago, but I was having some trouble with the wheel and G-Hub, and then my graphics drivers needed updated, and I was just having a bunch of little issues that I had to fix before I would want to race. So I didn't end up making that. So we're gonna jump in here. We got Daniel in the number 1, who was in the Discord saying he was gonna run this with James, and James is in here as well. And we are number 2, just a 10-car field. This has been pretty sparse participation from what it sounds like. And we are probably going to struggle, but that's alright. I have found I am much better if I just leave it in 3rd gear. Like, don't downshift below 3rd gear racing at all. Like, even into turn 1. I'm much quicker, and I think it's a lot more stable. Well, alright. That didn't ever happen to me in practice. I guess we're not qualifying. 2:47, that's probably not enough time. What are the brakes at? 53, I don't know why that happened. I did like 10 practice laps and that never happened to me, so alright, great. I also missed 3rd gear downshifting into turn 1 there. Shifting is going to be extremely tough. I don't really want to use auto blip if I can help it, so I think it's going to be much slower. But we'll see. Maybe we can get 1 lap in. If I just hold down the shift button, it tends to work, but it did not work in turn 1 that last time, and then it just snapped loose on me with the brakes. Should have time for 1 lap. Let's see. Oh, no, we're not going to. Fantastic. That's alright. I imagine we're going to start pretty far forward anyway. I don't imagine many people are going to qualify, and we're the number 2, so that's alright. We'll do what we can. Maybe we'll have enough time. 1:15. It's going to be close. We might be able to do it if we don't make any mistakes. Okay, just barely get it into 3rd gear. It still did not want to shift. I don't know why I'm having trouble with that there now. That's going to be very tricky if I have to use the clutch for the downshifts into turn 1. Might have time. There's a 1:14 from Daniel. That's very good. I'm not going to get that. See, I don't have trouble downshifting there. I'm definitely not attacking these corners probably as much as I should, but I'm having such a hard time getting this thing slowed down. And shifting and all that, I need to back them up. I'm having so much trouble downshifting into 3rd now. I was getting good at it in practice. Alright. Just gonna have enough time to get a lap. 15-2, I can be happy with that. It's gonna put us P3. We're gonna have to be very careful into turn 1. I'm thinking on the start, maybe just shift up to 3rd and then leave it there down into turn 1. Just make sure we can get slowed down in time not to run anybody over. I was telling James, hopefully I don't need help slowing down at all this race. Might be tough. We qualify 3rd out of 5. James with a 16.3. Let's wait for everyone to get on grid real quick so I can refresh paints. Not everyone joined the practice right before the warm-up. We'll just go ahead and do it. Man, I hope we're alright. Just don't run anybody over. We got 25 laps. It's a long race. The tires are going to wear down. It's going to get harder and harder and harder to slow.
We put in plenty of fuel to finish the race.
Just hopefully we'll be all right. Got James starting right behind us. So that's good. We're not going to want any of this stuff. Well, we might want tires. If we have to pit, we probably should take tires.
Two additional sets of tires for this race. Be smooth and have a good run.
But I don't think we'll be pitting unless we get damage. I think we can make it on fuel. And there's no cautions, obviously. It's gonna be tough. Just try and survive. Maybe get ourselves into a bubble. Try and have a nice clean race. Keep it on the track. Try and hit the shifts. I'm kind of scared after that qualifying session. I was not downshifting very well. We'll see. First step into this race, though, is get it slowed down for turn 1 without running into anyone or pushing out so wide and hitting someone else. Hopefully we can do that. It's going to be very, very tough. Hopefully people behind us can get slowed down, James and everyone else, and don't miss the corner and shoot up the inside and wreck a bunch of people. That happens quite often here as well. Luckily, we don't have to do the bus stop. This is the classic configuration, what they would have run back in '87. I wish we had Legacy Watkins Glen, and they didn't just completely replace it. For some reason they did. Now we have so much runoff that didn't exist back then. That's alright. We're going to try and keep it on track best we can anyway. Try and save those tires. Back up the corners. Try and get it slowed down. Without spinning out like we did in qualifying. That was pretty bad. Let's not do that here or we'll be wrecking people. Just braking too hard. I'll restart in second, or do the start in second, get up to third, and then just leave it for turn 1. And take it from there. Be careful through the bus stop. Not the bus stop, the S's. The 3 might be quicker than us. A lot of people might be, actually, but we're just going to try and keep it clean.
Green flag, green flag.
Daniel might have missed a gear there. That's going to hinder us a little bit. He got a not so good start, but we're all right. We all make it into turn 1. Nice and easy through the S's. Wonder if the guy on the outside pole got a penalty from that. Can you cross the line before the leader? I don't know. If you're on the other row. I have no idea. Let's settle in here. Still in top 5, I think. Okay, we get that downshifted. That's good. Oh, that blue car is rolling off. Okay. Oh my. Thought he was gone, but he came back.
Still there. All clear, all clear.
Now we're going to have to slow down for this corner. Let's not wreck anybody. Had to use the clutch there. We're going to get a 1X. No. Somehow not a 1X. I will take it. James got shuffled back a bit. That was kind of a mess of the first lap, but we're alright. I'm going to slow down before we get to the lamp. Alright, we got that shifted down to third. Like that. Alright, perfect. We're in fourth, so that's totally fine. Top 4 might check out. We'll see if we can pull away from the 8 car. The 3 might get back up here. Wow, he looked much quicker through the top of the S's there than I was. That's fine. If we need to let him go, we will. We just need to survive. Okay.
Thank
Nearly couldn't get it shifted, and I wanted to make sure I didn't force it and get loose. Throw in the transmission somewhere it didn't want to be. So I just had to be nice and careful. I am not able to get this thing shifted right now. What is going on with that? I'm not even using second gear, so I don't have to do so much shifting, and I cannot even get it shifted into third. Alright. Alright, we're gonna miss this because I couldn't get it into third.
Clear on the right.
Had to get off the brakes
Sorry,
to shift it into freaking third
problem.
with the clutch, and that cost me a spot. It's okay though. It's a long race. We got a gap behind the 3 if we have to let the 3 by. James is back there about 2 seconds. Okay. Nice and easy. Oh, the 3 just got wrecked.
Watch out on the curve, though.
Is James in that? Looks like he made it through. I got really loose right there. Alright, I think I just need to start slowing it down. Wait a second. Press the downshift button, and then just do a light blip of the throttle. Like, make sure to be very deliberate about everything. The 3 getting wrecked there takes some pressure off of us. Yeah, that's working better. Oh! 5 nearly looping it. I'm nearly looping it.
Got one on your left. All clear, all
Okay.
clear.
That was scary. We survived. He got too much brake and was starting to get loose, and I was doing the same thing following him. We can just avoid doing stuff like that. We should be able to come away with a decent finish. 8 car's looking very quick, so I'm not worried about him pulling away or anything like that. Alright, we managed to get that shifted. And this race is long enough, it's going to be hard to go through the whole thing without making some sort of mistake, so if we can just focus, keep it on track, we might be able to get some free spots. Kind of like we've already had. That time it didn't shift on me. We could finish top 4, I'd be happy. Any top 5, really. 5 car with that half spin or whatever is going to have really hot tires now.
You're 4th place.
Okay, we got that shifted. Let's get it nice and slow. Don't worry about the low RPMs. It's better than spinning up the rear tires in second gear. Probably going to be better for the tires long run too, to keep it in third. As long as we don't get so loose. Alright, feeling alright. Just gotta be patient. We got lots of space now. We can slow down more if we need to. Just gotta keep it cool, keep it calm. Okay, got that shift done. We might be able to catch up to the 8 eventually. But we just massively overdrove that. 3 cars on pit road. He's had not so good of a race so far. Okay. Managed to get it shifted after the first one missed without using the clutch. Man, it's so tight. top of the S's, I got to be very careful or it will push out into that Armco. Got to be careful. We're already a second off pace, but that could just be me being inconsistent. These tires, these cars, you want to save, and I think we're not pushing very hard, so maybe we'll start moving forward later. I can still see the one car of Daniel up there. He hasn't gotten too far ahead. And we pulled into the 8 just a little bit. I believe the last time I ran this, I was still using my H pattern, which was pretty much broken at that point. The second gear was not working at all. It would, like, you could get it into second, but it wouldn't stay in second. I don't know why I'm shifting here. I'm distracted talking. Like, it wouldn't stay in second gear. So I've just switched to using the paddles, and at least now I can use all the gears. It's getting them into the gears that's the tricky part with cars like this. And that's the only thing of note to talk about the last time we ran this combo. Nothing else happened. That was the most interesting part of the whole race. So don't worry about going and looking that up. Yeah. That's the wall, alright. 0.8. 3.5 to Daniel. Just roll it down into the corner, act like you're hardly racing anything at speed. Let's get that thing to almost a complete stop. Just to make sure you can make the corner. Eight car's getting loose. I feel like his tires might start getting really hot, so he's gonna have a tough time later getting loose and stuff. We'll see though. I'm trying to keep it from sliding too much, just to not overheat the tires. The more tire heat you get, the harder it's gonna be to get off the corner, into the corner, slow down. Just everything's much more difficult. There's just so much less grip once the tires get hot. And you're not going to have an easy time cooling them back down at a road course like this with cars that already don't want to slow down. We'll see though, he's back to 1.1. On pace, I don't think we're quicker than him, but might be able to get him back with the tires. Maybe. Maybe not. The 5 car is actually caught up quite a bit, now that I look. I think he was over 5 seconds back a little bit ago, and now he's not. We're getting loose, just like this 8 car is. Oh, slow down. Thought I was gonna overshoot that massively. We're alright. You can pretty much use all that runoff over there. It's over here you can't. And in turn 1 you can't really use it. For whatever reason. But coming out of the carousel you can. 0.6 now. We're getting better at shifting, that's good. Leader is long gone. Daniel's kind of hanging steady with us. And I just pushed out way too wide there. Gonna get a bad exit on the top of the S's. Don't clip the grass. Oh, he overdrove it a little bit. It's gonna get us an open door. It's gonna be hard to make this pass though. It gives us plenty of room. Okay, we got that done. I don't know if we can hang on to it. Especially if we can't get the thing to shift. He seems much quicker into turn 1 and the S's. We were catching him in the second half of the lap, it seemed like. We'll see though if we can hang on.
You're back in third.
Okay, nearly didn't slow down enough there. That was very close. Very close. Make sure I keep that tight so I can get a decent turn in for that. And we are in third again. With a little gap to him now. But he could easily make that up if we miss one corner. Just gotta keep doing what we're doing. You got a much better carousel that time. Careful on throttle. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Taking it nice and easy. We got a little gap to him still, and it's growing. Hanging steady with the 5. And I cannot get this thing to slow down for turn 1 anymore. He's going to get right back past us. Not quite. We're at the back up turn 1 more. It's I'm getting on the brakes too hard, and it's still not slowing down, and I'm getting loose like I was in qualifying, so need to back that up. We still managed to hang on to the spot. I thought for sure he was going to fly right by us, but we're all right. Still doing all right in the carousel. Thing about it is, if you don't get it shifted before the corner, you don't get the engine braking in neutral. That helps out just a little bit with the normal braking, not much. Okay, let's get this thing slowed down this time. Unlike Daniel just did, he went really wide there. The 8 car's backing up turn 1 a lot now too. He's having the same trouble slowing it down like we are. Just gotta keep it going fairly straight. Don't spin out. If we push out a little wide with all the runoff, you get a 1X, maybe a little slowdown. Should still be alright though. Ideally, don't overdrive the corners. But the brakes are getting hot as the tires get hot, and it's getting harder for them to slow the car down. Are we to halfway yet? Yes, thank goodness. This is a long race. I think Daniel's having some handling issues right now. We've caught him a little bit. Quite a bit, actually. Slow down well before the light. Get it shifted into third. Make sure we can get it slowed down. I don't care if we give up time on entry. I want to make sure I get it slowed down. We're going to give up way more time pushing out wide and nearly spinning out than we will slowing down a little bit sooner. James is still in 6th, though he's 15 seconds back almost. 5 cars dropped to 7 seconds back. And we're still hanging around in the top 3, with 4th place not far behind us. Luckily, these cars sit so high off the ground and the suspensions are so soft that hitting the curbs or anything doesn't really upset them too much. Unlike the next gen or something. So you can be a little bit more aggressive with that and not worry about them just snapping. 8 car lost like half a second that last couple of corners. Alright. A little bit too wide, but no 1X. We kept it alright. We're keeping up with Daniel. And the leader's just long gone, but that's fine. I figured that would happen. The spotter did not announce halfway. We're about to get 10 to go. That's alright. I knew it was halfway without the spotter's help. I just used my F1 box. Alright. Now, as we catch this guy, Daniel, let's not fixate on his bumper and run into the back of him when we're supposed to be slowing down for a corner. Let's actually slow down for the corner and then worry about where he is. That's a big problem for me in road racing. I don't know why. I get behind somebody and just look at their bumper instead of the corner entries and the braking points. I can see him in my peripherals, even if I'm not looking directly at him, so I can see if he gets loose or spins or something. I shouldn't need to just watch him. Kind of underdrove that. He was a little bit loose on entry too, I think. Or a little bit loose on exit. 2.2 back to the 8 car. Nice and smooth. I think this is the point of the race where our tires are starting to be a little bit better than people around us. Maybe. Should get a decent exit there. We're good. Alright. We've caught him. Let's see if we can make the pass. We're not in position to do that quite yet. Get it into third. He's entering pretty shallow into the carousel, pushing up a little bit, but he got it slowed down still. We're putting the pressure on him. Try and be nice and smooth. And make sure not to run into him in turn 1. I'm gonna remind myself every time. Make sure we can get it slowed down. He's struggling a little bit on grip, it seems like. Get a good run here, maybe we'll try and make a pass in the carousel. But we're not gonna get a good run. I don't know where I'm gonna be able to set up a pass. You just see him sliding those tires a little bit once he gets into the carousel, though. Maybe look to his inside here. We're still pretty far back. He's getting loose. Really loose. Just had to wait there. Oh my. Now's the time to go.
On your left. All clear, all clear.
We never touched him. Put the pressure on him. He was getting slidey.
You're in second.
It looked like the handling was starting to go away on him, and he was having a lot of trouble getting slowed down there. I might have scared him out of the groove, or just had him looking in his mirror and kind of pressured him into a mistake a little bit, maybe. Alright, we're in second. Let's just hang on. If we can. Keep getting it slowed down for the corners. Let's keep not overdriving it. That's kind of the same thing, but I said it twice because it's very important. And we should be able to pull away just by keeping it on the track. We pulled away from the 8. I think he and Daniel just got their tires pretty hot, and it's really hard to make anything, hard to hang on to anything. Get it shifted, gosh dang it. Sometimes it just doesn't want to shift. I do the same thing in the corner entry every time, but sometimes it just doesn't work. That's okay. We just gotta make sure we don't spin out. Try and get it into some gear as soon as we can. But we gotta make sure we slow down for the corner, so we have to keep it in neutral before we can get to the clutch. We're just gonna have to do that. Nice and smooth. We're coming around to get 5 to go. We are in position. The leader might catch lap traffic, so something could happen, but he definitely deserves the win. But we'll be here in case anything happens. That would suck for him. Okay. Second lap in a row. It did not want to downshift into turn 1. Yeah, I think third gear probably isn't the quickest for the quick guys that can run in the 14s. But I think racing, it's way better on the tires. Just making sure you don't spin it at all or slide it into the corner to get it slowed down to get second gear. I think keeping it really smooth and careful and keeping it in third is way better long run on the tires. Plus, in my practice, I was quicker in third gear anyway. Probably just because I was pushing it way too hard, trying to get in the second. Oh, 5 cars on pit road now. He's left. Wonder if he's spun out on entry or something. Missing a gear or just getting on the brakes too hard. We'll obviously take a look at all the incidents. Alright, can we get it shifted this time? Alright, cool. We got it shifted for turn 1. Maybe we have to try and get it shifted before we start going downhill too much. Just trying on the flat. Maybe that's messing it up. I don't know. Very happy with the P2 though. We are the number 2. And I did not think I was second fastest, and cautions were on and people could go get new tires. I don't think we would get second. I think I've just done an alright job saving. As I have said. Okay, nearly got it a little too loose right there. Nice and easy out of the final corner. The leader's kind of held steady at 11.5. So if he didn't have that huge gap, we might have had a race on our hands. He's just so much quicker short run. And he wasn't in too much traffic. I wasn't really hindered by traffic at all either, but I just wasn't that quick to start with. So if we were closer, we might be racing pretty good. Might not be pulling away too much. Of course, he might have just backed down since he's got such a big lead. Maybe he doesn't want to catch the lap traffic and risk anything. Probably a good idea. He can afford to go pretty slow for a few laps. With how many seconds of gap he's got. Coming around to get the 2 to go.
2 to go this time by.
Keeping it nice and smooth. 3.6 back to Daniel. I was not paying attention to my braking point. Just don't hit anything. Keep it out there. I was looking at the F3 and braked at the stoplight. That's alright. Oh, Daniel, 5.7 back now. He might have followed me. That's unfortunate for him. Hopefully we didn't mess him up. I think we were far enough ahead where he should have been able to hopefully not get distracted by us going to the tires. Alright, just one more time into turn 1. Let's not completely lose focus already. We have just one lap left. Okay.
Alright, man. White flag.
White flag. Nice and smooth. No issue behind us. Nothing in front of us to overdrive and try and catch. Just got to get it around the track one more time. There we go. Nice and slow. Right there, alright. One more time through the carousel. Just one more off track to keep it nice and even. Even number of incidents. I nearly looped it right there. Daniel's actually just got a tiny lead on the 8 car. That might be a close finish. Oh, the 8 car. Just as I say that, the 8 car spins out or something. He's losing time fast. That's unfortunate. Commentator's curse right there, I guess. Sorry. Come around and get our 2nd place. We had nothing for the leader. That's alright. Good race, good win. We kept it safe. 4 off tracks.
There you go,
2 of those could have been prevented.
Good win, Blake.
We just got a little out of focus.
First time I ever won a road race in this car. It's pretty cool.
Oh, good job. He outclassed the field massively. What did he qualify? 15.0. What was his fastest lap in the race? 15.0. I don't think we ever did that, did we? No, 15.3 was the best we could do. Tires, 75 left rear, 82 left front. So, that's something. Good race to James. Good race to Daniel as well. That was fun racing with him there for a little bit. Let's take a look at all the incidents, if we can. First up, the 3 going wide in the carousel. We saw that happening. He's going to grab the tires. I don't know how that didn't destroy his car. I thought he was going to be gone, but he kept it like almost on track. Those tires can be super deadly, though. That he got away with it right there. 10 car missing a gear, not slowing down quick enough. That actually helped him to get slowed down. The 6 runs wide trying to miss him. Oh, 3 car, that was right behind us. He might have just missed a shift or downshifted too much. James gets around him easily. Nobody gets into that. And this is the next lap, it looks like. He's having a lot of trouble with the carousel. Still getting away with hitting the tires, though. 10 car, hitting the brakes. He thought he was going to run into the 6. It spins on him. And I think he calls it quits after that. This is lap 25, last lap. That was all that happened, really. And this, right when we were talking about the 8 catching up to Daniel, this is what happens. I think he maybe downshifts 1 too many times, gets sideways, spins out into the pavement. Now, does James pass him? Does he get going in time? Yeah, just barely. And that's literally all there was. Good win to the 7. We had nothing for him. I didn't think we'd have anything for really anybody, but we kept it on track and didn't make too many mistakes. Just 4X. 7 car had none. So, James had none. Great job to them. And the 9 car. Was the 9 car here? No. It's easy getting no X's when you don't do any laps. But I'll take that. That was fun.